¿Qué tal, amigos? Los saludos, amigo Jaime Munguia. Y bueno, aquí yo creo que estoy sorprendido, así como todos ustedes, por lo que ya vieron que está pasando de lo de la prueba de antidopaje. La verdad que yo me siento muy tranquilo, muy seguro de mi preparación, de mi suplementación, de todo lo que hice. Entonces, nada más decirles a todos que soy un atleta limpio, que la verdad que no temo de nada porque sé que he hecho las cosas bien. Entonces, aquí estoy dispuesto a hacerme todas las pruebas que sean necesarias para demostrar que estamos limpios, que soy un atleta limpio, como ya se los dije. Y pues bueno, a darle para adelante, y aquí estamos para lo que sea. Saludos, amigo Jaime Munguia, y saludos para todos los que nos siguen apoyando. Ahí Jaime Munguia para rato.
What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So Jaime Munguia has since now spoke about him testing positive for a banned substance. I don't know what that meant, what he said earlier, what I put in the video, but if any of my Hispanic friends or whatnot can respond, man, shout out to all my Hispanic friends. One of my best friends by the name of Juan, you know what I'm saying, always been supporting me, man, love him to death. But let me know what he says. But this is an article from his verified Instagram page. It says, throughout my boxing career, I have undergone numerous anti-doping tests and have never tested positive. I was tested twice during this training camp, and both results came back negative, which is why receiving this notification of adverse finding has been a complete surprise to me. Several experts have explained that there are multiple ways contaminations can occur, and I am fully willing to undergo my retroactive, current, or future testing to demonstrate that I have always been a clean athlete. I will not make any further comments on this matter until the process is concluded with the results of the B sample. Jaime Munguia. All right, so listen, first and foremost, man, rarely, and I mean rarely, I can't even think of a time that this has happened. That's how rare it is. Rarely does a B sample come back any different from the A sample. If you guys don't know, check out my first video I just did on this a few hours ago. Jaime Munguia tested positive for a banned substance. He has 10 days to request a B testing or B sample testing, whatever, to see if the results are different. But like I said, rarely, and I do mean extremely rarely, does the B test come back any different from what the A sample was. All right. So what happens here? Well, there's numerous things that can happen. First and foremost, I do believe Eddie Reynoso's camp needs to be investigated. It has been five boxers. I done the research on 5 boxers that have tested positive for Eddie Reynoso, or in Eddie Reynoso's camp. You had Julio Cesar Martinez. You had Jaime Munguia. You had Luis Neri, you had Oscar Valdez, and then of course you had Canelo Alvarez. Now, it stated what each person was tested positive for, but I don't want to get into all that. It's already like super hard for me to pronounce these things anyway, so I'm not gonna get into all that. But here's the thing, here's the kicker, right? All of them tested positive for different things. So one must wonder, bro, like what is really going on in Eddie Reynoso's camp, right? You know what I'm saying? Like what does he got going on? Like this should be investigated. And I definitely believe so. Because I mean, why is this continuing to happen? Eddie Reynoso's everybody I know at one point was getting on Derrick James. And I'm not making this, I'm using Derrick James solely as an example because this is kind of equivalent to this. Like when Derrick James, all his fighters were losing, everybody was saying like, what he needs to do, he needs to change things up. What's going on with him? Like, why is all his fighters losing? Well, Eddie Reynoso, why is all his fighters testing positive for banned substance? And it is what it is. I'm just, I'm speaking facts on that, bro. Like, what's going on in Canelo Alvarez? Or I ain't gonna put everything on Canelo Alvarez, but I mean, what's going on in the camp that we're not knowing about? And furthermore, when is boxing gonna actually do something that's going to punish these guys for testing positive? Everybody that tests positive, they all come out with a statement that seems legitimate. Oh, I don't know how this got into my system, and oh my gosh, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. It's a good day outside. But you know, everybody seems to be shocked when they test positive. So that doesn't surprise, nor does that make me feel like, okay, maybe he's innocent. Because have you ever seen somebody test positive and they say, yeah, I did it. Now what? No. So I mean, it's like, bro, they get that little PR to make to make a statement that sounds good, but at the end of the day, it's still in your system. For the life of me, I don't understand why fighters don't understand that they have the right to anything that they put into their body can get tested. And it's not like if you send it in, it takes like weeks, bro. It only takes like a day. I think it takes like in between 24 to 48 hours. And if you need it that bad, then you should have did it before. You should have sent it in before your training camp started. It is what it is. Furthermore, bro, this is another thing that's starting to irritate me about these testings, right? Why is it that, bro, that boxing is like, what they fought May 4th, bro? It is about to be June, dog. It is May 29th. Why are we just now hearing about this? That means that this dude was able to, like, boxing is already dangerous as it is, but the fact that, bro, we didn't hear about this until, 3 weeks later, almost? Like, bro, this man was able to fight while having while having a banned substance, while having, a P.E.D. in his system. Just like Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia was able to fight. Like, bro, I'm not understanding why it's taking so long to get these results back. Like, something needs to happen with it. They need to, like, get this out. You know what I'm saying? And then what's worse was Oscar Valdez tested positive and they still let him fight. But they called Oscar Valdez before the fight, I believe, and they still let him fight. So I'm not understanding what like this. But here's another thing that's gonna irritate me. If this dude just gets 6 months, and it's sad because I like how anybody knows me, I used to really I was on Jaime Munguia tough before he started moving funny and started cherry picking and people was just letting him get away with that. I was on Jaime Munguia tough, bro. But it's like, bro, at some point, bro, somebody needs to be made an example of, bro. And these whole slap on the wrist, oh, you get 6 months suspension. What is that doing? Because, bro, now granted, yes, Jaime Munguia fought 4 times last year, and I love that. I wish more fighters would do that. What if you're fighting? I mean, if you fighters only fight on an average of twice a year, it's shit. If you're with the PBC once every 18 months, what the freak is 6 months gonna do? What is a 6 month suspension gonna do? That's not gonna hit nobody. You gotta hit them where it hurts. Unless, like, it's just like a kid when you're punishing a kid, right? If a kid's going to school and cussing out the teacher, and all you're doing is taking away a crown or something, like, that ain't gonna bother. It's not gonna motivate him to not want to do that again, or it's not gonna install any fear in him to not want to go back out there and cuss the teacher out again. He don't care about that. You gotta hit him where it hurts. You gotta take away that phone. You gotta take away. It's crazy that I gotta say phone now because I didn't get my phone when I was young. Or anyways, but that times have changed. You gotta take away that PS5. You gotta cut off that. You gotta hit him where it hurts, bro. And these 6 month suspensions, that's not doing nothing, dog. No, you gotta give these dudes the minimum should be 3 years. 3 years. You tested positive for this? All right, 3 years. I guarantee you that will stop a lot of fighters from putting any type of supplements in their body. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad because the rumor is that all your favorite fighters are doing some type of PED. All right, and I don't want to hear this thing that, like, oh, it was only this amount or oh, it shouldn't even, it was a small dosage. Because here's my thing. The fact is, why was it in your system to begin with? People want to exclude that with Ryan Garcia. Oh, it was only a small trace amount. At one point, it wasn't a small trace amount. So why was it in your system to begin with? That's the question. I don't give a damn how small it was. The fact that it was in your system, that's the question. So it's like, bro, get out of here, man. Like, I'm tired of it, man. And apparently, like, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If he's found guilty of it, he does not need to be fighting for at least 3 years. I guarantee you, if they did that, that'll make each fighter say, we ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's going on too long. But hey, man, everybody needs to really, like, look into Eddie Reynoso's account. They need to see what's going on. What y'all got going on over there? This is happening to me. It's just happening too many times. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Do you feel like Jaime Munguia is innocent or guilty? What do you think his punishment should be? But what do I know?